Do you feel like the standard advice to save 15% and retire at 65 is a lie? You are not alone in feeling mathematically behind in a world that keeps changing faster than your savings account can grow. The real stakes here are your ability to ever stop working, and the answer lies in a strategy that treats retirement as a flexible system rather than a fixed deadline. For decades, the financial industry has sold you a binary model of retirement. They tell you to accumulate a massive sum over 40 years, and then, at the exact moment you turn 65, you stop working entirely. This approach assumes your income will be steady, your inflation will be predictable, and the stock market will never crash right before you need your money the most. The problem is that this model has a failure rate exceeding 40% under current economic conditions. It relies on a perfect sequence of events that simply does not exist in the modern world. When a market crash hits at age 64, the binary model forces you to sell assets at rock-bottom prices to fund your living expenses. This creates a catastrophic spiral that can wipe out decades of savings in a single year. Here is the thing about the traditional model. It treats your career as a conveyor belt that runs at a fixed speed until it hits a wall at 65. You run as fast as you can, hoping to build a massive pile of money, and then you stop. This ignores the reality of the gig economy, career pivots, and the volatility of modern income streams. It assumes a linear trajectory that most people never actually experience. Because of this rigidity, the margin for error is incredibly thin. If you deviate from the plan even slightly, the entire structure collapses. We need to look at this through the lens of probability rather than certainty. Advanced simulations using Monte Carlo techniques show us that retirement viability is not a binary outcome of success or failure. It is a continuous probability dependent on variables we can actually control. These variables include your income trajectory, your spending habits, and the timing of your investment returns. When we shift our perspective from a fixed date to a flexible timeline, we unlock a powerful new strategy known as partial decumulation. Quick resource note: I keep a curated set of Amazon search links in the description for books, gear, and tools relevant to this channel's topics. Some are affiliate links, so I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Please consider supporting the channel by using those links if you find something useful. Partial decumulation reframes retirement from a stop-work event into a portfolio rebalancing event. Instead of trying to accumulate enough money to replace 100% of your income at age 65, you gradually swap your human capital for financial capital. You start working fewer hours or shifting to passion-driven projects while simultaneously drawing a small, sustainable percentage from your investment portfolio. This approach treats your career as a variable speed motor rather than a fixed speed conveyor belt. You can speed up your contributions during high-earning years and slow down your consumption during market downturns. The critical variable in this equation is not the total accumulated sum you have saved, it is the safe withdrawal rate dynamic. By maintaining a partial income stream from work while drawing 2 to 3% annually from your investments, you dramatically increase the probability of financial survival. Simulations indicate that this strategy can push the probability of success from a shaky 50% to over 85%. The reason is simple. You are no longer relying on a single lump sum to cover all your expenses. You are using your labor as a buffer against market volatility. Consider the concept of the cliff effect. The traditional model creates a sudden drop in income the moment you hit your retirement age. If you have not saved enough, or if the market crashes, you face an immediate liquidity crisis. Partial decumulation eliminates this cliff. It creates a smooth transition where your reduced work income fills the gap left by your investment withdrawals. This allows you to adapt to changing economic conditions without panic. You can pivot to lower-cost living arrangements, such as geographic arbitrage, or take on reduced-hour work to lower the required withdrawal rate from your portfolio. This approach aligns with the principles of the Retire at 35 movement, which suggests that retirement is a shift to passion-driven work rather than a total cessation of activity. It acknowledges that many people do not want to stop working entirely. They want the freedom to choose what they work on. By decoupling the retirement timeline from a specific age, you gain the flexibility to respond to life's uncertainties. You are not waiting for a date on the calendar to make a decision. You are making decisions based on your current financial reality and your personal goals. However, we must be honest about the limitations of this strategy. While these models show high success rates under specific assumptions, they cannot control uncontrollable external factors like future federal tax rates or extreme asset class volatility. A successful simulation does not guarantee financial security. It only shows a higher probability of success if you maintain the discipline required to execute the plan. This requires a level of self-knowledge that many people lack. You must understand your spending habits deeply. You must know exactly how much you need to live comfortably and how much you can afford to cut back on during difficult times. The gap between theoretical flexibility and practical execution is where most people fail. Adopting a flexible timeline demands rigorous, continuous scenario modeling rather than a one-time calculation. You cannot set this up once and forget it. You must regularly update your projections as your income changes, as your family circumstances evolve, and as the market fluctuates. The margin for error shrinks when you deviate from traditional norms, which means you must be more vigilant than those following the standard 15% rule. The most valuable insight here is that hope for retirement does not come from a magic number or a specific age. It comes from treating your financial life as a dynamic system that you can adjust in real time. By embracing partial decumulation, you transform the retirement constraint from a hard deadline into a dynamic parameter you can manage. You stop waiting for permission to stop working and start designing a lifestyle where work and leisure coexist in a way that sustains you for the long term. This is the only path that offers a realistic chance of success in an unpredictable world. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.